Welcome to our training tonight. My name is Alvin Curry. Thank you for being on the call with me tonight. Again, I have muted out the call for call quality. I will unmute it once I get finished with the recording session here, so you can ask me any questions that you like to ask me. Please make sure that you take notes and whatever slides you're looking at. If you don't understand it, I'll be more than happy to come back and speak to you about it. Why do I have this up here? We're not going to spend time tonight talking about myEcon, but I'm gonna tie this to myEcon. My name is Alvin Curry. I am the chairman and co-founder of myEcon Incorporated, which is a 20-year-old debt-free company based here in the metropolitan area of Atlanta, Georgia. Now, for the last 38 years, myself and my business partner, Ivy Stokes, we have been teaching something we call personal financial success. And God had gave Mr. Stokes this vision about this back when he was a senior at Georgia Tech. And so he gave him these 5 steps we call a financial success membership. And in these 5 steps we call the financial success membership, we teach people how to manage and grow their finances. Or you will hear us use the word increase your cash flow. And so tonight we're going to talk about a different way that we've added here just over the last couple of months to increasing your cash flow. And that ties in with our step 5 here, where it says invest like the pros. So tonight I want to talk to you about increasing your cash flow through crypto. When you talk about increasing your cash flow through crypto, we're going to talk about there's basically 3 ways that people do crypto, and we're going to talk real briefly about those 3 ways here. First here is what we call mining. Now, ladies and gentlemen, those of you that's been with us in myEcon, you know of people we've talked about investing. When you hear people talking about investing, they talk about something called Forex trading. Well, mining in the crypto world is a similar to Forex trading. Now, we're not going to do Forex trading I don't do Forex trading in myEcon. Not does myEcon does Forex trading, but there are people in myEcon that do Forex trading, and many of you may have been introduced to it, may have even done some of it. That's something I don't do. I don't even teach it. But then what we do also teach at myEcon is we do talk about buying investments. As we speak, the series that I'm training on right now in the myEcon Corporation is about investment and investing like the pros, buying into investment. Well, you can buy into Bitcoin as an investment. It is traded just like stocks and bonds are. You could buy a Bitcoin or you can buy any other crypto for that matter. But we're going to be speaking primarily on Bitcoin. So I'm going to use Bitcoin here as an example. You can buy Bitcoin. It goes up and down, up and down. When I first saw Bitcoin, roughly 20 years ago now, somewhere in that neighborhood, Bitcoin was less than $1 per coin. Today, it is in the $95,000 range. Last year, it was over $130,000 for a coin. So it does have tremendous upward mobility, and I believe it's going to go back to way over 100,000 again. Now, again, you can buy that and just hold it if you want to invest in Bitcoin. There is a way to do that. We're not going to do that tonight. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about earning Bitcoin. I believe that's the best way to do it. That has very little to no risk, and it fits with everything that we talk about here at myEcon about how do you increase your cash flow? How do you earn more cash flow so you can do different things with it? And then investment is just a part of that. And so we're going to go into that stage now. So tonight, I want to introduce you to a company we call GoE1U Life. This is the website of GoE1U Life. This is the company we're going to be talking about tonight when we look at earning crypto. We're going to talk about this as a company and why I think this company fits so well with what we are doing and what we're teaching at myEcon. Number one, I think that it's in the cutting edge technology. It's called AI. If you are sitting here tonight, I want you to think about it. I don't know what you know about AI. It really doesn't matter a lot how much you know. Just ask yourself this question. If you could look down the road 20 years from now, 10 years from now, do you think AI is going to be bigger and more prevalent than it is today, or is going to be less prevalent than it is today? I would say if I look 4 or 5 years down the road, as fast as AI is growing, this thing is going to be taking over all kinds of stuff. And many people are losing jobs to AI every day out here. So I would say down this road, AI is going to be more and more prevalent. So I like the fact that GoEU1 is in the space of AI. We're going to talk a little bit about that in just a little bit more moments here. And then secondly, when I look at GoEU1, it is in the space of cryptocurrency, more specifically Bitcoin. I like that about the product as well. And then, of course, it has a component to earn leverage and residual income. That's something that I have always taught and always believed. So, those three factors I'm going to speak on tonight, each one of them individually, and bring you up to speed on them as we speak. So let's take a look here. I'm going to log in to GoEU1Life and show you what we got here. This is just a website. You just go look on the outside. But once you log in, that means you have signed up in GoEU1Life. This is what's called a dashboard. From the dashboard, there's lots of things you'll get here. Every time you refer a friend to the company, which basically they sign up, and then we'll get to that in just a minute, you're going to earn credits. With these credits, you can get a lot of AI tools that can help you manage your life, manage your business. And then you also are going to earn commission, which is leverage and residual commission. Let's take a look at what I'm talking about as we stroll down here at some of the tools. Now, some of the main tools you see right here on this page is what's called a DFY funnel builder. This is an AI tool that allows you to build a funnel, and it will allow it to be built through AI, which basically helps you advertise and market your business. It wouldn't even matter if you were marketing another business other than GoE1U Life. You can market your church, you can market your myEcon business, whatever you may be marketing, your insurance business, you could market it through this funnel. Then you have a DFY website builder. All of these are AI components, but you see here it costs like 8,000 credits to get this, 12,000 credits to get this. Well, I only have like, if you look up here again at mine, I have 6,350 credits. If I wanted to buy that, I could get additional credits. I'll show you that in just a minute. But they have a lot of credits if you go on the tools. Got a lot of other AI products. If you go on the tools and look at all these other AI products you can get, you got products you can get here for 150 credit. That means if you just enroll one person, you're going to have enough credits to get some of these tools here and start using them in your business immediately. All of these are AI generated tools here that you can get, and you can just see these are. So when someone say, what is it that GoEU1 does? These are AI tools. I want to tell you something else. We don't talk a lot about it, but every time you sell one of these tools to someone, then you get paid a commission on them as well. So there is a commission if someone on your team buys these products here as well, because again, anytime products and services are marketed, then you'll get paid commission on that. So if you have a direct person you sponsor into the business and they buy one of those tools, you will get a commission on that product here called AI. So again, as you see, I have 6,350 points here, or credits here. If I wanted to buy additional credits, I could just simply click on add balance to my balance, do the drop down menu, and buy whatever other. If I wanted to get to the 8,000, buy enough points to get to the 8,000. If I wanted to get to the 12,000, buy enough. If I wanted to do that, or I could just continue to do what I'm doing, and that is enroll new people, and this credit would go up on a monthly, on a per enrollment basis. So I do like that. So this is the AI sector. I believe this is going to be huge. This is a big, big part of, I believe, why a person ought to do Go EU, Go E1U Life. I believe everybody that ought to think about how are they going to engage with the AI industry over the next few years of their life. This is a way to get into that industry, and it is a very disruptive industry. Secondly, here, we're going to talk about how do you then earn income through this company, call it leverage and residual income. So when you come here to this company, you're going to be sent, someone is going to send you a link, and that link is going to have their information on it. And you just click on the link that says start right now. When you start right now, that link will then you fill out this information, and that's going to give you your website and your personal affiliate ID here program with GoE1Life. So let's look at here. We're going to go into my business. We're going to look at my matrix. So what happens when you come into Go E1Life? You have what we call boards. We have what we call a $10 board. We have what we call a $25 board. We have a $100 board. We have a $500 board, a $1,000 board, a $4,000 board, and an $8,000 board. These are all boards that you can enroll in. Now, I want to talk to my family who've been with me, and what we started at $25 here. I was very shocked because I didn't know this. I don't know how many of you knew it, but there are many countries around this world that they don't make very much money still, because in our world, $25 is a lot. Someone may ask, well, Alvin, I didn't know the 10 was out there. Why the 10 is out there? Well, one of the things I happened to sign up my first person that was in Africa back here a week and a half ago now, and he said he didn't have $25. I didn't know. Wow, what did it mean? So I asked myself, okay, what is a dollar in your currency? And I don't know how to pronounce the word correctly. Their currency is called something like Netero. Okay, and I may be pronouncing it incorrectly, but it's something along those lines. But it was 1,600 to one. $1 equals 1,600 of their currency called Netero. So I multiply 1,600 times 25. That equals to 40,000 Netero. Well, he said he makes between 20 and 30,000 a month. So he don't even make $25 a month. And so I had to go back. And some of the people on this phone can remember this. In the 60s, family members who was working in America, working manual labor jobs in some of the fields and different things out here, they're making $2, $3 a day. So we look at it now and we say that's something. And so one of the things that the CEO and chairman of this company did is when they looked at this, they said they wanted to be accessible to all of the countries. And so they pulled up just a few countries to show what the annual income is in those countries. And so for someone that's making $1,230 a year, it would be a lot to say they're going to invest $25 and out of that thing on a hope that I'm going to make some money. So you can look at this. You see 6 countries out of these 10 that their annual income is less than $3,000. That to me spoke volume. So the need for the earnings and the need for having the $10 spot became very relevant to me. And America is not big to you. So you come in, you start out at a $10 enrollment. So you're going to have to get Bitcoin. I'll take you to that in just a minute. But we do all this with Bitcoin. Now you come in, you get a $10 spot. This is you, and you have now what's called a board open. The board operates on what's called a 2x3 matrix, which is to say you get 2 people. They'll call your first generation. If you were looking at it like a family, they will be called your children. They get 2. This will be called your second generation or your second level or your grandchildren. They get 2. This will be called your third generation, third level, or your great grandchildren. So in a 2x3 matrix, you're paid on everything that happens on the third level. That means this is leveraged income. You're being paid on things you did not do. You enroll 2 people, sign up 2 people, recruit 2 people, whatever term you want to use here. And they get 2, and they get 2. These 8 people. So whatever board you are on, you're going to get that amount per person times 7. So I'm on a $10 board. I get $10 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's $70. I actually get $10 times 8, but the 8th $10 starts a new board for me and opens up, and that's what's called residual income. So the leveraged income is when I'm paid on my third on people I did not do. The residual is when they restart the board and I'm paid again on these people as they keep cycling through. Once you have this, you can then open up a new board. You can open up the $25 board. You don't have to have fillets. You can open it all up in day one. So if you open up the $25 board, it's still a 2x3 matrix. It's paid 25 times 7. 25 times 7 is $175. The eighth $25, which makes you actually have earned $200, starts a new board in the $2,500 range. Now, as you do this, you have earned $200, but again, $175 is paid to you in Bitcoin. It's not paid to you in cash, it's paid to you in Bitcoin. We'll cover that in just a minute. Now, if you have the $25 board open, you can open a $100 board. The $100 board works the exact same way. Now, on the third, you pay $100 times 7. $100 times 7 is $700. The eighth $100 open up a new $100 board. So on this eighth board, $700 board, you have $700 here. All of this is paid to you in crypto. You can then open up the $500 board. You can open up the 1,000. You can open them. You have to open them up in order. You have to start at the 10, do the 25. Then you can do the 100 and so forth. Now, here's what I'm going to recommend to all of you tonight. I'm going to recommend that you start at whatever level you really can. But I would want you to try to stretch yourself because this is a one-time investment and say, I'm going to start with 10, 25, and 100. Here's why. This is $150 when you count it all up and put the fees on there. And then there's a few Bitcoin fees, so it may be 160, 165 altogether. So it's a one-time investment. But now when I fill my matrix on the $10, when I fill this matrix, I made $80. When I fill the matrix on the $25 board, I made another $200. That's $280. When I fill the matrix on the $100 board, that is $800. So I made $1,080. So if you invest one time, 150, and again with fees that may be 165, so but it's 150 going to be going to the company here. You invest that $150. Now when you do that, that's going to give you the potential to earn over $1,080. Now, here's what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. As long as people are being put down here by you, me, or anyone, it will push up to you. You will eventually get some spillover. Many people have already gotten spillover into their downlines right now. This is already happening. We're just getting started in this situation. We will be getting breakthrough here in another week or so when we're gonna just kind of really turn all the floodgates on. Many of us have made thousands of dollars in Bitcoin already as we've done this. So you will get paid. So if you and everybody you did the 150, again, $10, 25, and the $100. If everybody did that, you're actually filling all three of these matrices simultaneously. And as you fill all three of these matrices simultaneously, if it took you 6 months, you put in 150 and you would get back over $1,000. That, from an investment perspective, is a heck of an investment. Now, myEcon has always taught rate of return on investment, and that building a business is the number one investment in the world. So this is a business model that you would invest into. Even if you invested $10, it works the same way. It just takes you longer to get to the other models because you're not filling them simultaneously. But here's the deal. You can start at $10 if that's really all you have. But then what you're going to do, are you going to work at it? Most people who say, I want to get the minimum and then I want to get rich. I've been doing this 38 years. I've never seen minimum and maximum go together. If you do minimum, you're probably going to get minimum results. But if you stretch yourself just a little and look at this. I believe you'll get a better result. Now, again, you do not have to. I want to be very clear. You do not have to invest. If you even want to be in the company, the minimum you have to invest is $10. I'm asking you to let me work with you, let me help you. If you stretch a little bit more, at least say 10 and 25. That's $35. Or if you can go to the 100, now we got add to $100 to that. And there's some fees too. That's why I tell you 150. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be paid to you in crypto. The next thing you have to do is you have to get what we call a digital account. Let me show you what I mean with that. This is what we call a digital account. We use what we call Coinbase. Now, you can use any digital account you have. If you've ever invested in crypto before, you may already have a digital account. There's many different ones out here. I use crypto, I mean Coinbase, because it's something I've been using for the last 5 or 6 years. I have actual other wallets. I just don't use all of them. So when you come over here, we're going to teach you how to set up a Coinbase account if you don't already have a digital account. We're going to teach you how to set that up. So when you set up a digital account, then you have to fund that account. We're going to teach you how to fund it, how to take your money and tie it to your bank. So this digital account is just like a bank account. When you set it up, it's going to ask you about your personal information, it's going to ask you about your driver's license, all that. You got to set all that up. You have to do that if you go to a bank. You can't set up a bank account and don't get asked about your personal information at the bank without your driver's license. You can't do that. So here you have to do it also. Then you have to tie this to one of your banks. And we teach you how to do that, how to tie it to a bank. And then you add cash from your bank to here. And then you can buy Bitcoin. And now when you do that, it's sitting here, like you see this right here says crypto. I have in my account right now $56.78. I can add crypto to this anytime I want to by simply going down here where it says deposit cash. It's this simple. I can do it this simple. Deposit cash. I have the ability to put out of this account up to $5,000 here and have it instantly ready. That means I can add $5,000 right now and be instantly ready to do anything with that money I want to do because I'm just taking it from my bank account, putting it over here in Coinbase. Now, the thing that no one could tell me when I was first struggling with looking at looking at Bitcoin 20 years ago is how do I spend this? Because I didn't know how I could spend something I didn't have any access to. And no one could tell me how I could spend it. But what you basically do is this, ladies and gentlemen. When you get it in crypto, the company's going to pay you back in crypto. They're going to pay you in crypto. You can convert that back to cash by coming right over here and convert it back to cash and put it back in your bank account in one scoop. It can all happen in one day. And you can spend the money any kind of way you want to. So you don't have to wait to say, where do I spend Bitcoin at? You can convert Bitcoin that you get paid from EU1 back to dollars. And you can spend the dollars anywhere you want. So this is the crypto wallet here, a crypto digital account. I'm sorry, not a wallet. This is a digital account. You can set this up. I prefer you do it on your computer and your phone because as you enroll, it makes life easy for you to do. Now, you have to have this before we can get started. Some wallet, some digital account, I'm sorry. Now, I don't want to use the word wallet because it's a little bit different than a wallet and a digital account, but they both will do. You have to have this before we can help you get set up. Then once you do, now how are we going to help you with this? We have already, I have been telling some of you this a while back, this was coming. So all of our leaders, listen to me carefully. You need to go here and teach your new people how to do this because so far I've been doing all this. We can't grow until I can get some of y'all to start helping me do this. If you go here, we just loaded this up today, May 6, 2025, Coinbase setup and GoE1Life enrollment. So if you go here and click on this, I'm not gonna play it tonight. I'm just gonna show it to you here tonight. It's gonna pop up here. Now, this is about a 21 minute, 22 minute rather thing. It's going to take you all the way through how to set up Coinbase, how to fund Coinbase, how to buy Bitcoin in Coinbase, And then it's going to teach you how to go from that to setting up GoE1Life. This video is at acurrytraining.com. All of you need to go review this video, and all of you need to get with your downlines and people that you invited and help them get accounts set up and help them get accounts funded. Now, if you need me, obviously, I'll be willing to help you still. But we're trying to get in a position where we can move, because me as one person doing all of the work is not going to move us as fast as we need to move. But we want to go now to moving every single day, all day long, enrolling people. And this is going to help us get that done. So this is just at www.acurrytraining.com. It was just uploaded today. It is ready to go. Great video. It has screenshots of every page or everything you're going to see on your screen as you go through and do that. You want to make sure you go and get that done. So ladies and gentlemen, this is our presentation tonight for the GoE1Life presentation. So I want you to think about this just for a moment with me here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, as we summarize this and we come to end here, you're in the AI industry, you're in the crypto space, and you're in the leverage and residual income space, and you're building a business that's going to give you another stream of income through leverage and residual. With all the things that's going on in the economy today, I don't know how anyone could be feeling okay with just one stream of income called your job. Because your job may be here today and it may not be here tomorrow. Or even if you got another business, are you okay with just one stream of income? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this fits all of the right parts that we do at myEcon. Yes, we're still all of my myEcon people. I'm still gonna, myEcon is our priority. But I wanted you to know this is where we are on additional income stream. So I want to thank everyone for being on the call tonight. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this off, the recording, and then we'll take all of your questions and answer them for you before we hang up tonight. Thank you for being on the call with me tonight. Let me stop the recording and let's get to answering questions here for you. God bless you if you have to go tonight. Thank you for being on the call. God bless you if you cannot stay around. Thank you.